Hello, my friends. It's Saturday. That means it's time for your Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask specific questions and I give you specific answers. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. I'm so happy to see you all here today. Thanks for being here. Today is March 8th, making it International Women's Day. As many of you I see in the comments have pointed out, with well wishes, and that's fabulous. My wish for International Women's Day is that the stated goals, UN, stated goals for all women and girls, rights, equality, empowerment. I'll believe it when I see it. Sorry, but there we are. But I do certainly wish that for all of us everywhere. All right. And maybe look forward to the day where it just wouldn't be a wish, Look forward to a day when it wouldn't be necessary to have such a performative freaking thing. You only have a day like that when you don't have the actual reality. So I'll take the actual reality, please, soon. All right. And hang on one second. Let me just adjust something. Jeannie, rights, equality, empowerment. So mote it be. Yeah, so mote it be. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. All righty. Here we go. We're going to just hop right on over to CardCam and get going. And so this is my continued love affair. Here's something that, okay, this is what's happening in the village, okay? This is the Craft Felt Tarot by Gianna Lucci. Gianna is our member Gianna here. So in a way, this deck was really born of the village. She asked questions about it when it was in its formation. Mix you here, so good to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate you. Meeting a friend for coffee. We'll catch the replay. I hope you have a wonderful time with your friend, and we'll look forward to seeing you. We'll look forward to seeing you soon. Oh my gosh, Joyce Ocean, it's your daughter's birthday. Got it. Melissa, yes, such a cool deck. It really is a cool deck. And you have seen me, like, starting this week. I just got it this week. You have seen me starting with Global Tarot Circle on Wednesday. I used it for the first time. And I've been kind of using it straight on through. I didn't use it. I haven't used it for every live, but for many of them. This is like I'm using it today. And of course, Thursdays and Saturdays are the days I, in a way, need to be most careful with my deck choice. Because if it's not just like a single card reading, I got to know the deck I'm working with. And I do not know this deck. But I'm kind of trusting that the artwork is weight enough, if you will, that it's easy enough to understand and it's gonna flow. I do have other decks here. I reserve the right to swap out if I'm not feeling it flow. This will be my first time doing these kinds of readings with this deck. It's a totally addictive deck. Where do we get it? Does she have a website? Indeed, she does. And I believe it is, let's see. It's a self-published deck, so I think you're going to get it either on Etsy or on her website. See more at giannalucci.com. So first name, last name, right here. You can screenshot that. giannalucci.com. And get your deck. Joyce Ocean, it shuffles easily. It does. It does shuffle easily. It really does. I like the cardstock she chose. I like it a lot. Yeah, it feels good. All right, So that was both the deck introduction and disclaimer all at the same time. So let's go. Starting with Caroline McLaughlin. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. Would love a message from the cards. Well, let's just see. We've got King of Pentacles, Ace of Swords reversed, Hierophant. It's a smart Hierophant. I'm just saying. You know, I'm seeing some of these cards for the first time. That's a good Hierophant. So far, I've only seen one card in this deck where the treatment was such that I was like, yeah, I would have done it differently. I don't like that. Everything else I've liked. So that's good for me, because usually I'm like, never found a deck I like all the way through. All right. Caroline, your message from the universe. There's a couple of things, and a lot of it feels to be, it's about dealing with officials. Now, that could be work. That could be the medical community. That could be the legal community, the official community, the neighborhood where you live. I don't know. But it has to do with dealing with officials. And it's a group of people, and you can't trust them. You shouldn't trust them. Man, I hate saying this, and I recognize you're not here. You're watching the replay. So feel free to message me or email me or whatever so I can clarify this for you if I need to. But you're dealing with someone in an official capacity or some group of people in an official capacity. One person knows what's up, another person does not. I don't know if they're maliciously not telling the truth or if they just don't know. But make sure that what you're hearing actually is truth. And if your intuition is saying, yeah, this doesn't feel right, trust your intuition, because there's something here that may not be right. Be careful what you trust. I don't like giving that kind of reading where we can't talk it out, because it sounds scarier than I think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be that scary. But there is something here where I think you need to be strategic. Anna Kay, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I started talking with someone on Bumble. You know, these are my favorite questions. Thank you. I started talking with someone on Bumble. We haven't met yet. He doesn't have kids. I don't know if he's been married at 50. That's a big red flag for me. I have my other first impressions from us talking. Haven't seen him yet, but wanted to see what the cards might say about him. Oh, it's the last day of your parents before they go back to Bulgaria on Monday, so I'm sure you're busy, and I hope they've had a fabulous, fabulous visit. All right, let's see. What about the guy on Bumble for Anna Kay? Six of Wands. Lovers. It's a clever Lovers. Strength reversed. This is very, very, very freaking interesting. Queen of Wands, Star reversed. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. I think it's worth meeting him. If you have an opportunity to meet him, it's probably worth meeting. I don't think he's going to turn out to be the one. I would not go with the expectation of him being the one. He might not even be great in bed. And he might have anger issues. God, I'm selling him. I'm like, you should meet this guy. Not great in bed, anger issues. Why should you meet him? Actually, why should you meet him? Let's go back here. The reason that I'm like, you should meet this guy is because the Lovers came out. But every other card is sus. My fellow tarot readers, what would you do with this? Would you? Would you say meet him when every other card is sus? because not every other card is sus. The Six of Wands could go either way. He could be really successful. He could be really successful. Trace Ocean, get a free dinner. Learn the screening questions, keep it moving. Right, yeah, could be. You know, the Six of Wands, it could just be he's successful. It could be he's a competitive little prick. We don't know. The Lovers is the reason I'm holding space for him, but also the Queen of Wands. Maybe there's something interesting. Jeannie wants to know, why is the Star reversed not good in bed? Well, as soon as we get to dating, okay, and here's like, this gets a little gendered in a way I'm not entirely comfortable with, but it is what it is. I mean, welcome to hearing my internal misogyny. I'm so sorry. Here it comes. If I'm talking to someone who dates women and the Star upright comes up, it might be good sex, but it might also be careful, she's going to be a little bit of a diva. If I'm talking to someone who dates men and the Star upright comes up, that's good sex. That's good sex for me. Like, I'll know if you got laid on a first date and you're calling for the debrief, I will know you got laid when that card comes up. So then, obviously, when the Star is reversed, you know, it might not be worth it there. Dax, good to see you. Glad you're here. Thanks for the pass on my misogyny. I mean, sometimes it does get gendered. It does. Okay. Where are we here? There's so many fun comments. Michael, good to see you. Baby Cake's laughing about he might not be great in bed. I mean, this is good. This is intel, man. We need the intel. And Joyous Ocean, there could be great conversation, or maybe you could learn something good from him. Now, just really unpacking this, I don't like this. I don't like this. Strength reversed, I do not like. That is a big red flag for me. Judgment reversed, I don't love either. But it's not necessarily bad. So yeah, I'm going to say meet him, but be guarded. Meet him, but be guarded. Okay. Joyce Ocean, I know you're on Bumble to date and find a partner, but if you're open to finding friends and learning more about what you like and don't like, go for it. And I do think that dating practice is important, although I would argue get coffee, not dinner, because you don't want to have to sit through a whole dinner if he turns out to be insufferable. But yeah, go ahead and see. I agree. Baby Cakes, you have the best intel. Thank you. And Revival of Venus, that is so sweet. That is so sweet. Ask your sister if she wants a reading. My sister, who's 17, hears you all the time and just went, I like Christiana. Thank you. That is so kind. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, if you have a question, would love to know. And Melissa's all like, wow, interesting. Yeah, I unpacked that on the granular for you. I won't do that with every reading, but I was interested in my own reaction. And again, this is a brand new deck for me and everybody. And so I'm just learning how it's going to speak with me. So there we are. All right. Thank you for that fun question, Anna Kay. Jeannie Mnuchin, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Doc has me on supportive care. Good. Slow improvements, better than none. All right. We'll take it. Worried that my energy is low and my enthusiasm's a bit dampened coming into the performance. Okay, there's several questions here, so I'm going to kind of knock them out one at a time, all right? So looking at that, and I understand that. Okay, Revival of Venus. I see your sister's question. I'll get to it. She knows I take them in the order in which I see them, so it's going to be a minute, but I see it and will absolutely do it. And I'm so excited that she's graduating in June. Where is she going to college? I want to know where she's going to go. Let me know. All right. So Jeannie, worried that your low energy will dampen, will show up in the performance. And again, been there. Not even a tiny little worry. Not even a tiny little worry. And don't you love this Ace of Cups? I think this is a brilliant Ace of Cups. Just saying. In so many ways, I could talk for a half hour about this one card and the symbolism therein. I think Gianna knocked it out of the park with this one. But your energy and enthusiasm will be there. Look at this thing, you know, maybe it's adrenaline. Maybe it's what we do spiritually to draw energy in and through us. Maybe it's how we feed off of the audience. But the energy will be there and you will draw on it. Seriously. Reach out to me if you want me to share with you the energy exercises I use when I have to perform, even to come on here and I'm a little under the weather. I will share them with you. I know. It's such a good card. Okay, so we're not worried about that. In terms of your energy, like in ramping up and practicing, rehearsing, doing everything you need to do, you got this. This is the Fool. You've got this. It's okay. Now, there's more. One performer has a gallbladder issue, which she's putting off until after she performs. No. Will this person be able to perform, and will you perform well? Will there be a good audience? Okay. Now, will this person be able to perform? Yes, indeed, and will do a fabulous job and will be absolutely terrific. Abso-freaking-lutely terrific, yes. Yes, and actually some more yes. So we love that. Now, will you perform well? You will. You'll be worried about it up until the day. And I'm going to tell you, even if you didn't have a sickness, you'd be worried about it up until the day. You just have more reasons to worry now, right? But you were going to be worried anyway. So, okay, fine. That's part of the process. You're going to do great. This is the Nine of Cups, the card of satisfaction, wishes fulfilled, being happy with what you're producing for people. Oh, this is good, and we love it. Very much do we love it. So this is all good. And will there be a good audience? I think so. Seven of Swords reversed. I think so. Obviously, getting the word out is always what's most important. But yeah, absolutely. Okay. Keep us posted. And everyone send their good energy to Jeannie. Jeannie is this, like, I know Jeannie personally, right? I knew her from South Florida. She's up north now, but I knew her from South Florida. And she is here, supportive of everyone all the time. Everyone send Jeannie fabulous energy for the following: improved health and energy, and huge turnout. Standing room only. So many people, it's a freaking problem at Jeannie's event. Please, everyone, send that energy to her. She is so good at being here and sending energy to us. Please, this is our time to return the favor. Give that energy to Jeannie. All right, the Midnight Rose, who is Diana Price, and I want everyone to support Diana. This is Diana's business account. Support her here, support her everywhere, please. She is a fabulous astrologer, a fabulous writer. All the things. All right, Diana, the Midnight Rose, thanks for being a member. I have two potential paths to getting what I need to be okay without disability if that happens. Always good to be prepared. Which will yield the most income, the most satisfaction, and take off fastest? A, B, or a combination? Real Sky 11, so good to see you. Angie, how are you doing? Yeah, miss you too. Haven't seen you in a long time. Glad you're here. All right. Okay. Here we go. The Midnight Rose. A is really nice. Does A involve working with or building community? That's my question. And or could it involve working with could it involve working with or interacting with families? You know, I wonder, but it's very positive. I mean, A is very positive. B is going to take longer. B is going to take longer, and you may need to think or rethink exactly how you're going to do or present B. Now, a combination. No, I think we start with A, and that is not to shit on B in any way. But we start with A. Okay, Joyous Ocean, have a good movie. Did you tell us what you're going to see? I'd like to know, because I'm just an incredibly curious person. And I see your question and will absolutely do it. A is the YouTube channel. Okay. Okay, good. Good. Okay, here we go. A is the YouTube channel. B is teaching English as a second language. Okay, and yeah, both are good. Nalini, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Okay, everyone. It's time for the real tea. It's time for the real tea. I'm going to have some tea. Midnight Rose. If I said what they were, you would have been biased. Maybe. No, I really appreciate doing it that way. John will do it that way with me sometimes, for sure. All right. Jolie James, you're so sweet. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. No question for me today. Happy to moderate and hold space. You are the best. Everyone say thank you to Jolie James. All right. We're going to do Nalini's question. Why am I asking you to come in for the tea? Because it's family stuff. And while family stuff can be the hardest and the most painful, it is in a way, you know, it's the big drama stuff. I love the love relationship stuff. I love the family stuff because it's where we can really make a difference. This is how we can really make a difference. So yeah, here we go. Nalini Kalu. My question is, I don't enjoy being around my mom and my brother. They suppress me and try to control me. Reminds me of my childhood. And right away, okay, I'm going to be spending some time on this one, my friends. Like, Allison and I will do something together, Allison, my daughter, And we'll both be like, oh, this reminds us of the olden days, like when she was 10 and we did a similar thing. And it's a nice thing. It's a warm, fuzzy thing. And we're like, I can't wait till your kids are old enough we can do this thing with them. And you're going to make me cry right now, because that's what reminds me of my childhood should be. That's what reminds me of my childhood should be. And if it's not, then you owe these people nothing. And that's from me, not from the cards. But that's like the poop test, right? Y'all are getting my full face because this is for everybody. So listen up. Here comes the full face. Jeannie, family, a training ground for everything. Yeah. So here's the thing. If childhood memories with your family are not sweet and good, for the most part, I mean, we all have our issues, right? But if being reminded of childhood in being with family doesn't feel good, we owe them nothing. And what I suggest for all of us is the poop test for families. Right, Joyce Ocean at FFM, a full face moment. So do you know about the poop test for decluttering? When you're decluttering, you have to imagine, if you're trying to figure out, should I keep this or not? The question is, if it had poop on it, would I throw it away or would I wash it off and keep it? And that's how you decide what to keep and what to donate or throw away. With family members, this is where the poop analogy no longer stays. Okay, we get rid of that. We get rid of that. Oh, Nalini, you are with me. This is good. This is good. Melissa's with me too. Love that. And I am so happy. We've got the Midnight Rose, Melissa, Nalini. All of y'all need to hear this. This is good. If you're, well, okay, no, here, the poop can come back. If being, right, definitely more vivid than the Marie Kondo method. And Jeannie, family aside, I love the poop test, right? Baby cakes, the poop test for families. I'm dying today. This is my method, and I am sticking to it. Revive Levitas. I took notes. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. So if being around your family makes you feel like poop, and I'm not talking about a bad day, a memory of a bad day, or even a memory of a bad week or year, because none of us is perfect. And you can have a bad day. But if being around your family always makes you feel like poop, then that is instructive to you. Is there any other thing that you do in life that makes you feel like poop, but you do it again and again and again? Midnight Rose, can we shit on them if they don't have visible poop? Good Lord. Good Lord. The gods of the internet are, I don't know what they're going to do with this. Okay. So yeah, I mean, your experience is real. Like, I mean, do you eat food that you do not like? Do you go to movies where you like look at the kind of movie it is? Like, I do not like horror films at all. Do I go to horror films? No, I do not. I don't like gore either. Do I go to gore films? I do not. I think it's pretty simple. You know, if it doesn't feel good and there's not a reason to do it, why are we doing it? And so that's what I have to say about that before we go to the cards. All right. Here we go. Now we'll get to the question. I love them, but I don't want to be around them. Nalini, I feel like I can't be myself. Like who I am makes them uncomfortable with themselves, and it's my fault. I always feel like I can't shine as my true self when I'm around them. And so I almost want to go back to full face to say something about that. I'm going to. Okay, here we go. Nalini says, with my relatives, I can't be my true self around them. Who I am makes them uncomfortable with themselves, and it's my fault. So a lot of us know what that feels like. And so how do we want to deal with that? A lot of us know what that feels like, and there's two ways of dealing with it depending on what feels right. Sometimes you can just be your full self. You can just be like, okay, you want to be around me? This is me. And I'm going to be me, and I'm going to be loud, and I'm going to be proud, and I'm going to be exactly who I am, and I'm going to delight in your discomfort because you need me more than I need you. And that's a way to do it. And generally, it will break them in and make them better if you can stomach it, if your mental health can handle it, and if you can rise above and just be like, oh no, this is me loud and proud. This is like me being in drag of me. I am so loud and proud about it. And that is actually what I ended up doing. And my family was good. My family was not difficult at all. I was really, really lucky. But to get past a certain judgmental thing that they had, I just came on loud and proud. And eventually they loved and accepted it. And that's the thing. If you show them exactly who they are and they cannot love it and accept it, they'll go away on their own. I mean, I haven't gotten to you yet. So, right. So if they get really disrespectful, you can just laugh at them. Like, if you can get out of your emotions and just sort of disrespect them right back, but by laughing at them and being kind, so there's nothing that they can say to you. You keep your tone really kind, and you're just like, yeah, you know, that's an odd thing for you to say. I'm not sure why you're being so disrespectful, but, you know, what do you want for dinner? And just not reacting. And so if you can do that, that's great. If you can't do it, it's best to not see those people. Okay, let's do the reading. Okay. Now, are you being too guarded? No, you're not being guarded enough. And what's interesting is what comes up is the Empress reversed. And I think, oh, Jeannie, I love this. If you can't handle loud and proud, consistency works as well. Stick to who you are and it will wear them down. Yeah, if you can. Yeah. Yeah. And Midnight Rose, sometimes full scorched earth is what a person needs, for real. So, and I think this all comes down. What outcome do you see for my mom, since everyone seems to be passing the buck? I think what this question is really about, and correct me if I am wrong. You're here with me, so I'm going to be watching for your response, Nalini. I think this conversation is really about mom's elder care, how mom will be cared for going forward, and the expectation that it would be you, and the reality that it should not be you. I think that's what this conversation is really about. And I think that if you do not step up and take mom, you will probably have a happier life yourself. And so is this about her immigrating, or is it about elder care? Like, is it about she needs elder care, so she would have to come here for me to take care of her? Or is it about she wants to come to the US? And both. It's both. And I mean, so would you like be her sponsor to get her in? Is that a thing? Like, would you have to sponsor her as well? And I really like your brother. Oh, she's worse than a mental drain. She's worse than that. She's abusive. Let's call it what it is. This is abuse. So she already has her green card. So she can come and go as she pleases. No, that's got nothing to do with you. And the image that I have, she may lose it because of the new laws. Right. Joyous Ocean, I love that. I feel like I should give classes on that because that's my family. Yeah. The women are always expected to be the caregiver very often. I feel like if she wants to relocate, she wants to relocate, but you're not in charge of that. Like, the image I have in my mind is Kermit sipping tea. Like, that's none of my business. And I would be very clear with your family. If you come, this is what I will do. And this is what I will not do. And I just think you should be very, very clear about expectations, because their expectations are one thing. And if you try to give them what they expect, you're going to be giving up your whole life. You've already given up so much of your life thus far to this crap. Why would you do more? Why would you do more? And I feel like there's something there looking for their approval. But look at this. It's always Empress reversed, you know? You can't make this up. You have to see it for what it is. The biggest danger that we have when we have these kinds of families, the biggest danger there is that we will not see. We will not see what is true. I have been, but they seem to think it would benefit me. Yeah, I don't see how it would benefit you. I really don't. And, you know, that is them being disrespectful. If they think they understand your life more than you understand your life, no. Right, there it is, Midnight Rose. If you come, I can help you arrange caregivers, but I can't be your caregiver. If you come, I can help you find an apartment. You can't live with me. Oh, Trey, you're so kind. Right. So it's going to be hard, but your biggest danger is to not see this for what it is. All right. And that brings us very nicely. I could not have orchestrated that better. It brings us to Melissa Grosso. Yeah, the word, Nalini, is abusive. The word is abusive. We don't like to use that word, but it's what it is. All right. So, Melissa, good to see you. Last week's science experiment with your family went as well as Homer Simpson running a nuclear power plant. I did put on my Scorpio bitch face. So for those of you who need the background, Melissa is a federal worker. She has not been laid off yet, but obviously what's been going on with Doge has been impactful. And she went to a family event, and she has family who is supportive of Doge, and she was thinking that her family would be more supportive of what the government is doing versus what she, the family member, is going through. And she thought that would be the case. And so what the cards suggested was, well, let's see. Don't hide it. Don't hide. Show your concern. Let people see your concern and see what they do. That was the science experiment. So Nalini, thank you for my reading. It's like therapy being a part of this community. Well, thank you. Thank you. Good luck. Okay. I did put on my Scorpio bitch face, but not to an extent to ruin my cousin's bridal shower, of course. When my family asked me how I was, I think they expected my normal response. I was candid with them as to what is going on and how it is impacting me. Most gave blank stares and didn't seem to know what to say. And so let's unpack that first. The ones who gave blank stares literally really didn't know what to say, because it's literally like we talk a lot about FAFO. And this is literally FAFO in their face, and they're seeing it and they don't know what to say. The ones who don't know what to say. So here we are sort of going over the results of the science experiment. The ones who don't know what to say actually feel bad and don't know what to do about it because they're very steeped in their beliefs, but they're concerned. FAFO, Jeannie. F around and find out. And so, you know, elections have consequences. And they see the consequence. So there it is. Trey, I think you're fine. Trey, I'm now following you. I'm sorry. I got totally you're fine, Trey. Whatever it is, you're fine. You're always fine. All right. Where are we? So the ones who give blank stares and don't know what to say haven't gotten, like, they get their talking points from their social media or their news outlets, and they haven't been given their talking point yet. And they really don't care. Oh, I say that all the time, Trey. You're fine. I sometimes do, I sometimes don't, depending on my mood. So you're fine. You're absolutely fine to say it. Absolutely fine. You've heard me say it on this channel. Yeah, it's just a mood thing for me. It really is. All right. So that's where they're at. You know, they do care. They do care. They don't know what the talking point is. Dr. Alled, no, I have not gotten to you yet. So that's them. The aunt who's the nurse at the VA, listen to this. One aunt who is a nurse at the VA started yelling about how much waste she sees there, which is interesting, hypocritical, that in one breath she's bragging about how she will retire next year from the VA, and the next breath cheering on for the massive cuts being made blindly. Okay, so she's just not that smart. I mean, she had to be smart enough to be able to work where she works, but she is missing an entire kind of intelligence. That's what that is. Okay. I let my cousins know. Hang on, gotta scroll. I let my cousins know what was going on, but they didn't seem to care one bit, more focused on their own lives. Well, they've always been that way. That's who they are. Nothing's changed there. I couldn't help think of the Ted Lasso line, be curious, not judgmental. I like that. So my question is, where do I go from here? I plan to not attend the family Easter gathering and to keep my distance from all but my sister and my parents. What else do I need to do surrounding this situation? So, you know, I think it was not a failed science experiment. It was a good science experiment because we got the results we needed. You're right. Your plan of action is exactly correct going forward. For exactly all the things I said to Nalini, why be around people that make you feel like poop? And you put your energy toward the people that love and support you. You love and support those people. And it's important to see what you need to see, which is that many of the people that you are related to are not smart. I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, it's a fact. They're not smart. And what are we going to do about that? You know, you can't make them smarter. And so we can just decide, I don't want to be around not smart people. But here's the other thing, Melissa, you're very smart. And so here is how you go forward. How you go forward is every day you be grateful. Every day you say a prayer of gratitude and thanksgiving for the fact that however the genetics that came together to make you happened, they got tossed together in such a way that you came out with a good brain and a good heart. Because apparently that was unlikely. And so you celebrate the unique good fortune of you. And that's how you go forward. And you keep that distance because distance is a good thing. All right. Smile Soul 20, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. The next question I see is Julie. I have my exams on Monday. Oh my goodness. Any advice from my guides? There's that death reversed. It seems like you've studied and you know what you're doing. Just relax and do what you got to do. I think you're likely to do well. Melissa, saw something that Maya Angelou said. I love Maya Angelou. Be angry, but don't let the anger turn bitter. Be angry and dance. Be angry and sing. Be angry and write poetry, etc. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Perfect. Melissa, you are very welcome. All right. Jennifer, good to see you. What should I do to achieve mental peace? I almost started to move on from my past. Good. I think you have to trust that everything that has happened, even what has hurt you terribly, will find a way to serve you. I'm not trying to share that as toxic positivity. I'm just trying to share that as a way of integrating the hurt things into the whole. You're doing a good job, though. Preetha, good to see you. What do you see in my connection to RK? Has it grown stronger or faded? How can I get close to RK? Yeah, no, just don't. I don't think this is the one. I would say no, just no. No. I mean, this is, oh, I don't know which card you're talking about. I thought you were talking about the deck, which is the Craft Felt Tarot. Okay. Dr. Aled, so good to see you. Trey, no, I have, no, I have not gotten to you yet. I've been so chit-chatty today. I have not gotten to you yet. I've gotten to very few people today. I sort of apologize for that and sort of not because it's been fun. All right. Dr. Aled, happy Saturday to you. What does the universe want you to know? Oh, with the 5 hand, High Priestess. That was High Priestess. Eye inside, High Priestess. Okay, Dr. Aled, new job and new money is on the way. And a new path forward to what you're doing is on the way. It's on the way. So yeah. It's a good thing. Anna Kay, just heard your reading. I'm a hoot. Yeah, I try to be. I'm glad you love it. Okay, you remember Anna Kay's reading with the star reversed? I will keep you posted, but I don't think I'll be having sex with him at this point. Yeah, and what is the reason? Really, star reversed. Don't bother. Sorry. Okay. Here we go. And who's next? It's Quinn Kilharius. It's so good to see you. Thanks for being here, Renata. Glad you're here. Happy International Women's Day to you. Lately, I've been going to a spiritist center and I love it, but there's always a but, isn't there? Last time I went, I felt absolutely awful. I felt presences and an overwhelming need to leave. What was up with that? The other members told me that maybe this is a sign of my spiritual gifts awakening. I felt like my right hand was going numb and I felt lightheaded. But I don't know about that. Right. Anna K., everyone should be having readings before a first date. Saves so much disappointment. So true. So true. Okay. Okay. Renata, what was up with that? Okay. Dang. Okay. I am very uncomfortable saying what I'm about to say. And please understand, as I say, I can be wrong. I am human. I can be wrong. Any one of us can be wrong. But here's what I think it is. I think you've been going there and really enjoying it. And you've been learning and growing. But you've been growing to the point that now you can see something that is existing under the surface. And it is something that is not compatible with you. And it is something that is not compatible with you ethically. I believe there is something going on in this organization, either in their spiritual practices, their financial practices, their practices with people, something that is putting off an energy that doesn't smell right to you. I would pay attention and take this as a warning. And I think that passing it off as your spiritual gifts awakening is in a way a despicable thing, but in a way kind of true, because I think your spiritual gifts are smelling the rat that's there. I could be wrong, but that's how I see it. I'm sorry. I just pissed in your Cheerios and I hate doing that. I'm so sorry. But there we are. Okay. Imee, you're still here, I hope. I got you. Am I going to have a job soon? Oh, yes, you are. You will work hard and you may not enjoy it, but you will have a job very, very soon. Very soon, yes. Maybe even on the way to having it within the next week. Pascal, good to see you. Looking to know what a particular person is feeling towards you. They're interested, but it's strategic, not romantic. Be careful of this person. This is a user, I think. Isa Nasib, good to see you. When am I going to get married? I'm being done be alone. I want a husband. Be careful what you wish for. But I do see you meeting a lot of people and finding one that you will enjoy. So I do think it's going to happen, and you could meet that right person even this year. Pip, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Thanks for using members-only emojis. You're up next. I'm coming back to Renata for a minute. Quinn Kilharius. I do hate one of their practices, which is allowing the spirits to communicate through the medium's body. I hate the idea of it. I don't want anyone using my body. That could be part of the problem here. Trey, I was wondering if anyone would pick up on that. Be careful what you wish for. In a voice I could hear, someone who's heard and seen it all. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Oh, Dr. Aulette, I love that Ace of Pentacles, and I love that deck. Yeah, let me sell a new deck. Craft Felt Tarot by Gianna Lucci, giannalucci.com. Okay, yes. Okay, here we go. Pip. I'm just wondering, when will Chris's house sell? Dang, it's not getting enough traction. It's not getting enough press. People don't know about it. The realtors are doing a shitty job. See, there, I swore. It's a mood thing. It's going to take way too long. I wonder if he's doing something to make the sale take longer. I wonder if he's working behind the scenes to make it take longer. Is that possible? Is there any reason he might be doing that? Because I wonder if he is. There is something going on here. Either the realtor is not doing their job or someone is suppressing this. So under these conditions, it will still sell, but probably not till the summer. It would sell sooner if the conditions were different. All right. Gianna, so good to see you. Have you been here for a while? You know I'm working with your deck and encouraging. In fact, while you're here, drop a link because, you know, who doesn't want this? Everybody does. Good to see you. Personally, I've always felt it's much better to stay in your own body. Channeling is too risky. Yeah. And Gianna, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. All right. Medium that rocks. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member for more than a year. A full face moment is coming. Okay, for those of you who have been following along or haven't been following along, medium that rocks. I'm missing being a mom and I worry about my kids. So there's, you know, more family stuff, right? We're doing a lot of family stuff today. And right now, medium that rocks is in an estrangement situation. And what I want to say about this, like, I understand what you're saying. You're missing being an active mom. You're missing being acknowledged as mom. But I want to speak to the language here. You are still their mom. You are still their mom. And it's really, really, really important to remember this, because the actions that you took that led to your estrangement were the best and most loving actions and the best actions for them that you could have taken. And so when you're in this space, you have to recognize that you are still being a mother and you are holding space for their well-being. And that's important, not just for you, but for anyone going through such a situation. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm missing being a mom and I worry about my kids, especially my son. It seems like radical acceptance is called for, certainly. But recognize what you're accepting. Like, be careful what you're accepting. What you think you have to accept and what indeed you have to accept could be two different things. So be be careful about your wording. Be careful about how you frame this with yourself. I'm coming back. I'm not done. Gianna, I saw your message, and no, I just want you to know how much I love this deck, and I want you to know how much this village is embracing this deck, and how much this deck will be important to this village forever. I just want you to know that. We love you just for you, and we would love you just for you. But I just want you to know how much we are celebrating you right now. Okay, I'll stop gushing. All right, so medium that rocks. So yes, radical acceptance, but what is it that you are accepting? You're accepting that there are some things you have to take a firm stand on. It's a very readable deck, Gianna. It is very freaking readable. And it's wise. It's a very wise deck. Oh, Dan, thank you for your kind words. Really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Such an inspiration, and I enjoy how candid you are. Thank you. Thank you. So what should you be accepting? You should be accepting that you have a hard line in the sand, and if other people can't deal with what that line is, that's on them, not you. It really hurts after dedicating my life to my family because you had no other choice, and because your family required a certain kind of blind obedience that you didn't recognize was unhealthy until you finally took the goggles off. And so it was never a conscious choice. And you could have been a great life. You could have had a great life, been a great mom, had a great marriage, and also had a life for yourself. You know, no one should be dedicating their lives in that way. And yeah. And whenever a person does, it's never going to be appreciated because it's always done in a coercive environment. It was always coercive. Always coercive. And that's what you need to know. My family of origin doesn't reach out either, and that hurts maybe more, but they were the architects of all of this. They trained you for this. You would not be in this situation without their tutelage. I cared for my stepdad for months after my mom's death, and after my divorce, I didn't hear from him or my siblings. Yeah. This is hard. I'm so sorry for this. But again, I think it's really important for you to see it the way that you need to see it so that you know who the bad guys are and who the good guys are. And clue, you're the good guy. My question is, how can I remain positive when I feel like they have been shunned and they just go on? Lately, when I feel like I have been shunned and they just go on. Lately, I feel very alone. Let's see what the cards say, because I feel like a lot of what I just said is what I would say to that. And I mean, at the end of the day, you're shunning them. You know, you were the first shunner appropriately. To say, I will not stand for this was the right thing to do. And so what you need to do, Knight of Wands, is go dancing. Seriously, find your friends, go dancing, and build your community, build your chosen family. That's the thing. You are so used to having your legal family be your whole world that without them, you don't know how to create a world, but you do, because you do have a life. You do have things you enjoy. You do have things that make you you. And so lean into those things. I think there's a part of you that may still be feeling guilty or questioning But you are on the right journey, and this is your journey. And at the end of the day, if there is to be healing here, this is the path. The path you are on is the only path that can lead to real family healing, because any other path will require you to swallow shit. And that's not okay. That's what you were trained to do. That's what you were raised to do. It's not okay. And I think there's a part of you, like, I think a lot of this is people pleasing. I think that's what you were trained to do. And recognize that you have good people in your life that love you so much and appreciate you so much. And it's not about people pleasing, it's about mutual aid and connection. Find those people. All right. All right, here we go. Cassandra Revelta, thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Did I miss you further up? Hang on, I'm going to scroll up just for a moment. I just want to make sure. No, okay, we're good. Okay. Cassandra, this is a question for your mother, Raquel, who is also a member here. Cassandra, thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. I need to resign from my job. Should I do it now? They put too much stress on the teachers. I'm mentally done. You know, your cards have really been reflecting this. The cards suggest this. It's a good idea. Hope to get something online or a different career. Okay. I'm glad to see this, Raquel. The way the cards have been coming up for you, it makes sense. Yeah, the sooner the better. And in terms of finding a new job, it'll take a minute, but you will, and just cast your net wide, and you'll find a job, possibly online, and perhaps still teaching, but online. And I think that could work better. Much better. All right. And I'll come back to you, Cassandra, for your question. I'm going to do Gemini Sun now. I like how you, Gemini Sun and Cassie showed up together. Gemini Sun, thanks for being a member for more than a year. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members only emojis. Would love to ask about my relationship and how he's feeling about us. We do communicate. I just want an update from the cards because we're long distance and have been both going through a lot personally. I'm more open and communicative. Right, got it. I think the long distance thing is really hard on him, and he's got a lot going on in his life. I think he really likes you. Like, that's absolutely true. He really cares for you. And he trusts you, and he finds you helpful in his life. He's just unsure about what the future can be, but he hopes there can be a future. That's what I think. So that's okay. I think, okay. If you have further questions, let me know. Okay, Cassandra, question for you. And again, thanks for being a member for more than 3 years, and thanks for using members only emojis. I've been contemplating whether or not I want to stay with Steven. I feel like you know the situation. The resentment is eating me alive, and his communication has barely gotten better. Wondering if he's just staying with me because I didn't leave, just staying for the ride. And how would life look like without him here? How would Adeline be? Okay. And obviously, I'm not here to tell you what to do. And ethics would dictate that the first thing I'm going to say is, remember marriage counseling, blah, 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 see a counselor, all the things, right? All the disclaimers. When we look at him, yeah, he is not a good communicator. That is true. He does want to be with you. He does care for you and wants to have a life with you. Like, that's real. That's real. Your experience of him, okay, going back to the conversation we were having earlier about this card and relationships, I feel like there are ways you can have a positive experience of him. But I think you're worried he's out finding the good sex elsewhere, or that he was, and it's like it's hard for you to get past that, and he's not done what he needs to do to get past that. I feel like he wants to get past that, but he doesn't know how. So the question is, does he have the skill and the ability and the desire to do the work that would be needed to make this marriage work? And interestingly, I think in his mind he really wants to. That's a little scary. I think in his mind he really wants to. But I don't know if he can. I don't know if he can. And so I think what we're seeing here is he really does care about you and does not want you to leave. But he may not have the ability to keep you. And if you want to really demand the whole thing, like, let's go to marriage counseling together, let's do all of those things. And I don't know what his deployment situation is, but let's do those things and see if we can make it work. So let's ask, if you could do all of the things and really try to make it work, would it work? I don't know, man. It's possible that this is broken beyond repair. And so now, if you decide that it is broken beyond repair, if that's what you decide, I think it's really important. It's really important that you know that you are making this decision for you based on what's right for you, and that you have the support of good people around you. You will need support. How would you be? It's hard to start over. I mean, this is not something to be taken lightly, but you could do it, and you could be abso-freaking-lutely fine, and you could find a new relationship that fit you better. So it could work. How would your daughter be? I mean, your daughter is going to have a father that doesn't communicate well. Whether you're married to him or not, that's going to be the case. So, like, I think she's going to be fine. I think she's going to be absolutely fine. No matter what. All right. So I think he is staying with you because he wants to be with you. I think that's real. All right, Gemini Sun, following up. My further question is, how can we communicate, or can I communicate to help him feel sure, safe about how the future can unfold and not let past trauma or current life situations cause fear? You really can't. I mean, you can lead by example, but, you know, basically, let me rephrase the question you just asked me. How can I give him the mental health and the emotional intelligence to handle his past and his present and planning his future simultaneously in a healthy way? You can't. Either he knows how to do that or can learn how to do that, or he can't. And what you don't want to do is buffer that, because a lot of times we can be in relationships with someone who, you know, they don't naturally have these skills. And we're like, oh, they'll get better, they'll get better, they'll get better. And they don't get better, and we just buffer against it, and then we're not happy with it later. If he can do it, he's the right one for you. If he can't do that, better to know now than later. You know, I think that is one of the single biggest mistakes. I'm going to give you full face for this because this is not specific to Gemini Sun or anyone else. And now I forget what it was going to be, and it was really smart, too. I had a really smart thing I was going to say, and it just zipped right out of my head. Let me see if I can get it back. Oh, yeah, I got it. Early in a relationship, when we're committed and we like someone a lot, and we really want it to work, our biggest mistake that we make is wanting that relationship to work, because we will do things to make it work that we should not do. So the relationship is on life support early, and we never come back from that. We should give it a chance, but we need to see what we need to see. We should not be trying to make an early relationship work. We should be trying to see what's really there. All right. Back to card cam we go. Okay. Cassandra, spending the rest of the day in my feelings. Thank you. That was on fire. It's a lot. I know it's a lot. Thank you for being here, and thank you to the village for creating a safe space where we can hold space for these kinds of difficult things. All right. Joanne Ellis, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I would like to ask the cards, please, if I should get my eyes done. It's a lens replacement so I can have 20/20 vision. I've got number 1, which is cheaper. Number 2 is $3,000 more expensive. Number 3 is the best, but way more money. I'm unsure. All right. Number 1 is cheaper. Don't do that. Do not do that. Not worth it. Not worth it. Number 1 is a waste of money for you. Number 2 is better. Number 3 is the best, but way more money. I think if you're going to do it, you should do it. If you're going to make the correction, have the very best that you can. I think you'll regret it if you don't. All right, Nikita Gupta, good to see you. What will be the outcome of my interview I completed on Friday? You'll hear something, I think, in about a week, but I don't think this is going to take you where you want it to go. I'm so sorry. Mick Shuir, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Weird week. My birthday was wonderful, but my friend died. I know, I'm so sorry. But I also started volunteering at the food bank. But I'm also reevaluating how I show up in the world as unmasked as possible. But I also spent some fantastic quality time with friends. But I'm also really wishing I had more support at home. I understand. Would love some cards for guidance. I honestly don't know what to even ask. You know, baby cakes, it's a point. There are ways to do travel medical where you can get great service and it's cheaper. It's true. Okay. So, cards from guidance, don't even know what to ask. You've got grief for Crystal, war, international conflict, potentially. Okay, let's start with Crystal. Let's start with Crystal, who just passed. Crystal has left a lot of people grieving. There is Crystal was clearly beloved because you are not the only one in grief. There is a lot of grief. But Crystal, arriving on the other side, is very, very clear and very aware that she was victorious. She feels good about her journey and feels supported. She arrived, like, see how like all of these people are cheering for this person? That's her arrival, right? On the other side. It's okay to be sad. For her, like, obviously this was unfortunate. But I don't think she's bitter about it. I think she's okay. She's fine. She's not mad about it. And so it's okay for you to be sad, hurt, angry at the loss of a friend, but just know she has arrived safely and she's okay. And will there be international conflict that involves Canada? I mean, I guess in some ways there already is. And that will go on for a while. But I think it's all going to be economic. And I think that the powers that be are going to be silly, but I think it stops short of, I think this has a shelf life. I really do. And speaking as one in the 9th province. No, the 11th province, sorry. I'm in the 11th province, South Florida, which just sort of became not that as our Canadians are leaving. And they're angry, and our governor is being ridiculous, and the whole thing is really weird because, like, y'all fund us down here. We know that. We should not be doing this. But I promise you, it'll get cleaned up pretty quick, I think. So there you go. Yeah, Trey, what I'm saying actually is it's going to get rolled back and we're going to make friends and be buddy, buddy, buddy pretty quick. It'll be ramp for a while. And then it will be, we love each other just like we used to. Yeah, that's what I think. Oh, Raquel, you're so kind. It's good to see you here. Thank you. I love the way all your messages work for us. Life is hard. I've learned so much about myself. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, Mixuair, what I chose to do for you was to handle the two things that, like, poked out at you most. It seemed. So, all right. Barbie Bird, so good to see you. You're up next. You're up next. And then you, Trey. We're finally coming up to you. Barbie Bird, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Where to even start? Been a weird week, but I think we're all feeling it. No questions, but advice and guidance from my guides would be appreciated today. Yeah, Raquel, I hear this from so many people. Barbie Bird, the guidance is to be grateful for what is and seek out things that fulfill you and know that your love life is about to take a turn very much for the better. For those of you who have been here for a long time today, since the beginning, love life improving very much for the better. Trey Cameron, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I asked him for more than a year. Baby Cakes, I love the free therapy session today with great fun. Trey Cameron, I asked a bit back about a truth that I could only answer. I feel like I'm edging closer to it, but I'm not there yet. any more advice from my higher self about this topic? Am I getting close? Will I find the truth soonish? Pete Seeger once said, the truth is like a bunny in a bramble patch. You know it's in there. You can see it squirming around, but you can't quite get your hands on it. And that is important for you to know on this quest, that as soon as you get to this truth, Trey Cameron, I know you said that before and I feared this answer. As soon as you get to this truth, the next mystery will open up, because your entire life will be chasing a mystery to some extent, because it is in you to unpack every single thing to the granular. And that is why you are going to be an extraordinarily successful writer and very likely a thought leader. And that is why your creativity is so very important. So the short answer, believe it or not, is yes, you are getting closer. That was the long, involved answer to drive you crazy. Yeah, you are really cool. That's the thing. That's the thing. Sarah F., good to see you. What's up? What is the universe trying to tell me? What information am I missing or needing to know right now? Still dealing with pain. I'm so sorry. The universe is trying to tell you that it could get better and you should stay hopeful. Recognize that we do not like the misfunction, but continue to look for appropriate relief and to be able to lean into your creativity, because that's where some of your answers are as well. Lisa E., should I expend the effort to date? And if so, how should I go about it? Definitely yes. And in all ways, you should do all the things. You should be on the apps. You should be open out and about. You should tell your friends you're looking. Leave no stone unturned and meet as many people as you can. Adrija Roy, good to see you. Thanks for being here. How's March and April looking like in terms of love? April seems hopeful. March seems to be kind of what it is, but April actually seems hopeful. Allie Mammon, so good to see you. What do my ex-friends S and S think about me after we went our separate ways? I want to know if their opinions of me now, since it must have changed. I don't think they worry about you, and interestingly, I don't think they have a bad opinion of you. Weirdly, I don't know. I think they have a positive opinion in some way about you and what you're doing. Perhaps they've heard that you're successful. All right. Revival of Venus, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'd love a message on my romantic life. And 1 second. 1 second. Did I just miss someone? Martha Vink. I just missed Martha saying hello. Martha, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. All right, Revival of Venus. I'd love a message on my romantic life. Single, not dating at the moment. And I think you're open, and I think you're going to find a good one. I think you're going to find one who is very smart and capable and maybe does yoga. So advice is to be on the lookout. Okay, scrolling through. Martha Vank, it's your turn. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. We appreciate you. What does the universe want you to know today? Time to plan a new trip to go someplace fun this summer. Think about your retirement and what you want that to look like and look forward to it. I know you're just at the beginning of Lent. I know that's a crazy message, but there it is. Oh my gosh, Nalini! Yoga equals flexible equals not star reversed. Ha 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 ha. That's good, that's good, that's good. Jackie Masters, you did not miss your reading. I have not done you yet. I am doing LP right now. LP, what should I be doing next to ensure I'm on the right track? I feel like I've lived 100 lives recently, but none of them feel like mine. Just make sure that everything you're doing makes sense and that everything you're doing is toward your goal. That's all. You're good. Vaishali, my question today is about exams this month. I have exams on the 21st onward. My studies have not been up to the mark. I don't know what will happen, but I will try my best. Can I get guidance for the exam? Study, get a tutor if you can. Anxiety is not going to help you. Get a tutor and you could pass. Okay. Mariana, good to see you. Will I get the money I'm waiting for this month? Probably not this month, maybe next month. Peony, good to see you. I'd love to know when I will meet a partner with the potential of becoming a husband. Are we feeling this year, 26, 27, or even further? Okay. I think it's 28, actually. No, wait a minute, excuse me. 27. 27. Oaksy, good to see you. Will my side business start making decent money for me this spring? It's got potential, but it's going to take time and effort, but it's worth it. Even if it doesn't this spring, keep it going, because when it does, it will be worth it. All right. Pat Rainville, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. I would like to resign from my job. Would it work to do it now? I feel I'm meant to do something different. Would love some insights. Man, these two cards, I keep shuffling, but they keep coming up together, which says, yes, you want to, but now may not be the right time. When would be best to resign? I think you need to be careful about planning. It may make sense to do it like in a couple of months, but make sure your planning is good to make sure you have what you need. All right. Jackie Masters, here we go. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. Guidance on the new job. What do I need to know and be aware of? What's the energy there? How should I handle this new job and the people there? And for those of you who have been following along, Jackie is hoping to get into a different field, but she's taken a job in her usual field right now for obvious reasons. So how will it be? And got a job really quickly. So congratulations on that. You did well. This job actually could be fun and interesting. This may not be too bad. What's the energy there? People may not be entirely friendly at first, and it may be like a scavenger hunt to figure things out. You may not be trained well or told what you need, so you have to be intuitive and really figure things out. Handle the new job. Don't take the lack of communication to mean the people aren't nice. Once you get to know them, they will be nice and helpful. It will just be weird at first. And overall, this is not your forever job, so you don't have to love it. And it'll be okay. It's okay. All right, Revival of Venus. This is for your sister. Will college be fun? And she's going somewhere in New England. I'm from New England, so that's cool. So going somewhere in New England. College will be fun and creative and positive and healing and oh so much fun and also hard and also weird, but it's all the things. Yes, it will be fun. You'll do great. You'll do great. Okay. Oh, Dan, Michelle is, okay, this is an announcement for everyone. Michelle's Mystic Corner will be going live on YouTube today at 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay. And here's Joyous Ocean's question. She's watching a movie right now. Lynn, you are very, very welcome. Best of luck. Let me know which school you choose. I've probably heard of it. Okay. Joyous Ocean, thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Will money start flowing soon? I have the rental unit. It's ready to rent. So I'm calling in a good tenant and good clients. I do have a corporate event tomorrow. I guess that's a bunch. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Good tenant. Yes, you will get, I think you'll get a good tenant. I think that'll be okay. Good clients you have to go out and get. Be more aggressive. The corporate event will go very well. You're a little nervous about tomorrow. No, you're going to go well. You're going to go, it's going to go well, for sure. Okay. A penny for your thoughts. Thanks for being a member and a moderator. Thanks for using members only emojis. Will I ever get to my dream of having a farm with a greenhouse and to start a tiny house community there? I want to come live there. There's a lot of reasons why it's going to be hard, but if you find the right people, you can do it. It is possible. You have to find the right people. Gina Mnuchin, family, a training ground for everything. It's true. Okay. I am scrolling through. Scrolling through. Dorella, you're up next. I saw you. There you are. Are Tony and I a missed opportunity? No, it's a dodged bullet. Dodged bullet, not missed opportunity. Teresa, good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. Thanks for being a moderator. I'm wondering about the next few months. I like the job, but the money isn't great. I've been feeling really discouraged and unhappy lately, but I'm hanging in there. Will things improve soon? I think we're using this job to build confidence and resume so you can get a better job. I think I think what you have here is sort of like a destination paralysis where everything has been get the first job, get the first job, get the first job. Now you have the first job. Now what? You've been building up to this for literally years. The remedy to your solution is to sort of plan and look toward realistic goals going forward. Over the next few months, I think it's probably right to just keep working the job and making the plans and leaning into having less chaos and anxiety in your life and not letting that make you afraid. Yeah, Gemini Sun, I always want to approve the ones with bad words as a moderator. You're okay with that, right? Yeah, I am. I am. As long as people aren't swearing at each other, yes. Yes. Okay. I am scrolling through. Oh, Jackie, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Justine, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. I'm wondering if there's any reason I should try to make up with Kay, even though I don't feel like I need to apologize or feel very safe, secure when we're hanging out together. If I'm honest, it's sort of a relationship of convenience for me because I get out of my house, but I also feel like I'm compromising myself by taking his crap when we hang out together. On a side note, I did leave my magical ring there at his place, but part of me doesn't even want to bother to go get it back. Should I bother? No, leave it and decommission it. Leave it, leave him. Done, over, done, done, done. Be done, be done, be done, be done. All right. Scrolling through. Theranaya, this is a hard question. When, how, where, what could I do to feel safe again? You know, I'm so sorry you're in a position of asking that question. We recognize that safety is always an illusion, you know, or always relative, right? Like, how safe am I in this moment? The roof could cave in, you know, anything could happen. It's not likely to, right? So it's always a matter of degrees. It's always a matter of degrees. And I think what you have to do is recognize that you are in control of yourself, you're in control of your life, and you have proven that you can take care of yourself. You're still here. So it's about having faith in yourself in order to release anxiety. Okay. Scrolling through. Mary, a birthday card, a card for your new year. Your birthday is next week. That's fabulous. What do we see? Okay, first of all, a card for contemplation on your birthday. The High Priestess reversed. Do not feel guilty for things that are not your fault. Do not feel responsible for things that are not your responsibility. Now, for the year ahead for you. This is going to be a year of out with the old and in with the new. The things that have tormented you, the things where you have felt unsupported and unsure will be replaced with things that make you feel secure and supported and creative. Justine, great to see you. Okay. And Sarah, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Will I make friends soon in my local area? It is not going to be easy. You're going to have to really look. But ultimately, yes, you will, and good friends they will be. Lisa, I hate the thought of going on dating apps. I know. Ashley, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I've started to look for a new job that does not require sales. Will I find something else in the near future? It's going to take time, and you may need to get a certification or some training or education. But ultimately, yes, you will. Yes, it's a good idea. All right. My friends, from my perspective, I got to everybody. If I accidentally skipped you, I am so sorry. That was not my intention. It is last call for readings. If you're here and have not asked a question, please do. Yeah, very nice, right, Mary? Good, good. Happy birthday. Everyone say happy birthday to Mary. If I accidentally skipped you, now's the time to tell me. And I appreciate all of you so much. I am available for readings this weekend even. There is a link to book right in the description. And if you happen to be near me geographically, we are doing our monthly in-person meetup, tarot meetup at Panera Bread in Palm City, Florida, tomorrow, 4 p.m. I appreciate all of you so very much. I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Nalini, today was so much fun and so needed. Thank you for being so generous with your time. I really enjoyed this session. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Really appreciate all of you. Take good care.